Yeah, jumping out of the basement, best in the game, ain't no need for replacements. Beating up the block, putting holes in the pavement. Pass up the rock, the only thing we shooting J's with. Easy on the scene, family talk is the kingpin. Sports and direct, no ESPN. Being top rate, busting streams through your state. Bro, we all up for debate, but this ain't first take. Hell no. Right here, you can get it in a hurry. Listen as we drop nuggets. No Joker, no Murray for the 3-step Curry. Took it like a thief. My homeboy Pat classified as a chief. Jody hit us with the college. We got MLB knowledge. Boxing social with the chef. TKO before the stoppage. Playing homage to the best. Us, we proclaim Uncle Pudge and the CEO. This the end game.
I'm the one that got sick. Make that motherfucker flip. Safe bet with all your chips. I'm the one. Not two and not three. That ain't me. I'm the one. One and only. Ain't no asses in my seat. I'm the one. Might check me on the one. Niggas hate me cause I won. And they hate me. I'm the one. Ain't no faking. I'm the no mistaken. I'm the one. Ain't no breaking. I'm the one. I'm the greatest. I'm the one.
There it is. We are the ones. We are the ones. You got your boy BBCEO. And then you got MJ Skywalker, the mastermind of Unhinged. This is the Endgame podcast for your weekly. Well, I guess it ain't weekly. We kind of just jump on when we can at least this point in time in our lives.
It's my fault, y'all. I don't when I got a second job trying to be fiscally responsible and shit, and I done messed up the flow. That's my fault, y'all. My fault. My bad.
No, he don't need to apologize. He don't need to apologize because what he doing is better focusing on what he got going on in his life. So don't be apologizing. The people will see Endgame when the people see Endgame. You hear me?
That's it. That says tap in the club. All you Buccaneer fans, tap in the club. Shake. My brother B.
What's happening?
Boy, hey, ain't been a week and I already miss you.
I know, bro.
Ain't been a week. Already miss you.
Well, for those that don't know, I was in Florida and hooked up with Mike and his lovely lady, and we went to I guess call it dinner. Went to dinner
lunch, but man, no. B pulled up on us to do something good for the community, give a little food away. Shout out to Culture Roots. Shout out to Strong Flavors Catering. Shout out to the whole. Shout out to my boy Adrian Mays for the DJ. Shout out to Big Germ, Big DJ YJ Germ. Yo, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody pulling up, hanging out with us, kicking it with us. You know, giving back to the community. Hurricane.
Absolutely, yeah. We was out there giving out some food for free. We appreciate everybody that pulled up and was able to help us give out that food. You know, we had, of course, Cultural Roots was there, and yeah, Strong Flavors, and like Mike just said, our boy Adrian was there with Rapid Returns and the Kingdom Academy for his wife's business, and it was just a great time. You know,
dance studio, right?
Absolutely, it was a great time to give back. So happy to be able to go out there and see that humbling experience with giving back. So it was good. It was good, man. It's been like a week since I've been gone, so it feels good to get back, but it also feels good to come home. You feel me? So
yeah, that boy said it feels good. Hey, I ain't mad at you.
Feel good to come home. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna share the stream and make sure we share the stream. Let everybody know that we own and popping tonight for Endgame. We ain't gonna keep y'all long. We're gonna keep y'all long. We're gonna talk a few things. What's going on with NCAA football, the college football playoff bracket or standings was released today. Actually, probably released about an hour ago. So we're gonna get on to that.
It was a live event tonight, I believe.
On ESPN, I think.
Yeah, ESPN did a live event tonight. So, but let's just have it to it, man. We get our college football. I'm trying to get. Hold on, give me a few minutes, but do our shares.
Yeah, let's give it a few minutes to do our share thing, and we're gonna jump right into it.
How was the flight, man? You know, I forgot to.
No, the flight was what it was. It was Allegiant, so you know, had me and Sam all crammed up in the little seats and stuff like that. It was I wouldn't say it was bumpy, but we did, of course. Everybody know you catch that turbulence on any flight, but the flights was good, man. It
Hey
was
B, what you
good.
hey B, what you say? Hey, y'all been flying this motherfucker right now?
Hey, listen, when we left South Dakota, the plane wasn't moving, man. We was sitting in the runway for so long. I did not understand why we was sitting in the runway for so long. They out there doing head counts on Allegiant. I'm like, I know y'all lying out here doing head counts. Y'all need to be out here looking at.
What'd you say, B? Bitch, you see me scan my ticket? Hell, I'm on this flight.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody who on the flight gonna be on the flight. We scan the tickets. What y'all doing a head count for? But I don't work there. I don't know their policies and procedures. So I kind of left it at that. But it was very weird of them. And the thing is, they kept miscounting. And that's another reason we was just sitting there. They kept miscounting the head count. And I'm like, come on, y'all gotta get somebody that know how to count the 10 accurately. So
Not they got be chill out, bro. Don't do the PP. So you gotta get some.
Got to get somebody to count the 10 accurately, man. My 6-year-old could have came on the plane and counted everybody on the plane. Come
Let's
on,
say Zach
man.
came up here and did a better head count than this.
That's what I'm saying. Xavier could have came up and did a better head count. So
It was a hot mess, brother. It was a hot mess.
it's a mess, but I got home safely. We thank God that we got home safely, and we here. Don't know what Telly at, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully Telly can see us on the live and
Bless us with his presence pretty soon.
bless us with his presence. But we finna jump right into it. Let's jump right into this college football, man. Mike, what we on?
College football, man. We had some interesting games. We got to do our own team recap. Let's you know what? Talk about the Gators.
Let's talk about them. Let's talk about them.
Man, as you see, B ain't got his bag up, so you know they ain't doing as bad as he thought they were gonna do. I told B before the game, you know, hopefully the Georgia that played Kentucky show up and not the one that played Alabama, and the one that played Kentucky damn sure showed up because Georgia had to go to the third. Boy, for one, for Florida having a third string quarterback, we don't know how that game would have turned out. Boy, golly.
So let me give you my thoughts about that.
All right.
Because of course, since the game has happened, I've run into a lot of people that have a different opinion than what I had. So what my initial opinion was, and I told Mike my opinion before the game happened on Saturday. I said all I really care is that we come and when we play and we fight. That was the only thing that I'm looking forward to. I didn't want to come out there and we get drugged and we lose by 30, 40 points. I wanted us to come out and play some football, and that, like, you know, those kids know how to play some football. I didn't go into it expecting a loss. None of that. As we can see, Gators held their own. They controlled the game for a lot of the part of the game. You know, even with the strong third string quarterback Aiden Warren, DJ did go down. We thought it was a huge injury. Apparently, it's a soft tissue injury around his hamstring. Don't know if he's going to be out for Texas. I would only assume he'll be out for Texas. Protect the young man. But I ran into a lot of people, especially into my Gator groups, that's like, well, if DJ would have played, we would have won. It's an if. It's an if. If DJ would have stayed in the game, we'd have won. A huge if. And the thing about me with that word if is we'll never know because it didn't happen. That's my thing about ifs. We'll never know. Now we can only assume. You know what I'm saying? DJ wasn't lighting up the scoreboard, but he did give us the best chance to win in that situation. We were controlling the game. We were capitalizing on Georgia's mistakes because they didn't make a lot of mistakes. And the thing is, with mistakes, that's the only thing I ask for is that we get out there and we capitalize on what their mistakes was. We picked off Ben. Well, what's the quarterback name?
Ben
not
Stetson.
Stetson.
Ben Stetson.
Whatever his name. Yeah, he threw three interceptions in the first half.
Definitely.
No,
did.
2 interceptions in the first half and then one in the third quarter.
He threw 3 total. This nigga done threw 8 picks and 3 touchdowns in the last like 3 games so
That's
far.
what I'm saying. So with the mistakes that they were making, we were capitalizing on them. Now my whole thing was we was unable to get any offensive movement in the third quarter, especially after not having no DJ. We was unable to get any offense. But my golden star goes to that Florida Gator defense, who stayed in the game. I'm not saying that they played lights out, but we capitalized on mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We capitalized. We confused the quarterback a little bit with some of the blitz packages that was set up to go through, and we just capitalized on mistakes. So I was proud with the fact that we came out and we didn't get monkey spanked. And I look at that, and I understand the Florida Gator Nation. I understand we want to win now. We want to win now, and let's fire Billy Napier. Let's fire Billy Napier. Honestly, the dude's kind of saving his job right now, and I said that to a couple of people. Dude's kind of saving his job. Going back to that Miami loss, the very first week of the season, up until now, at least me myself, I can talk about that. I've seen some improvement. I was one of those people that was like, let's fire Billy, let's fire Billy. However, Billy's actually saving his job, in my opinion. So I say all of that to say this. Are we the Florida Gators that has won 3 national championships in the Urban Meyer era and in the Steve Spurrier era, and they're just that dominant team? No, we're not that team. We're not that team. Could we potentially be a good team in the near future based on what I'm seeing this season? I would say absolutely yes. We can definitely be a good team. As long as you continue to recruit, as long as we continue to improve. We've showed improvement, especially the defense. Defense couldn't stop a nosebleed early in the season when it came to running the ball. Mike, you can contest to that. Our defense couldn't stop nobody. Now, to see that they're actually playing some type of defense, it gives me hope. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to be wearing the brown paper bag all season, but I absolutely took it off.
I know what run defense is. I don't know what pass defense is. I'll let you finish, but I don't know what that. I don't know what pass defense is over here. But I'll let you finish. The fuck is that?
We'll let Mike talk about that in his team. But I got a lot of hopes for the Florida Gator football team. Long as we can continue to, and I know the injury bugs are hitting us hard. However, we're weathering that storm. It's a lot of players that are getting to play because of that injury bug that's coming, and a lot of good players that's out here playing and showing what they can do rather than sitting on the bench. So, am I upset about the loss that happened against Georgia? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We got Texas coming up this weekend. All I ask is the same thing. Let's not go out there and get mollywhacked. Go out there and let's show some type of fight. Let's show some type of toughness. Let's show some type of grit. And let's actually go out there and try and win a football game. We understand it's Texas, and we understood it was Georgia, but okay, let's go out there and play some football. And that's what I got on the Florida Gators, man. That's what I got. The Miami Hurricanes.
You said defense, right? You said run defense. I know what that is. But what's the other defense? I'm vaguely not familiar with that shit. Don't know what the fuck that is.
Are we talking about y'all's pass defense?
Trash. Cause what? Listen. I'm like you, B. I'm looking in these Miami Hurricane groups. There's so many people happy with the fact that we 9-0. I'm like, I'm happy with the fact that we went into a win is a win, great. But there ain't no reason why.
Before you do that, I want you to explain what you explained to Sam and Christy about being undefeated, where there's an expectation.
It's too much, yeah. So when you sorry, you ain't got no expectation. When you sorry, you have more fun watching the game. Hell, you be out there tailgating, drunk your ass off. Like shit, if we win, we win. We lose, we lose. When you do win, you like, damn, you let our sorry ass beat you. But when you lose, you like, why I expected to lose? So you having a good time either way. But no, these motherfuckers want to go undefeated this season. I was just trying to compete for an ACC championship and a decent bowl game. No, you motherfuckers want to go and start winning games. Now we 9-0. Now we got an expectation. Cam Ward want to be out here, Mr. Heisman Trophy, sidearming the fucking ball all over the place. And first of all, hold up. First we do anything, shout out to the boy Xavier Restrepo, man, the #1 receiver in Miami Hurricane.
Hurricane history. All of the receivers that has came through Miami, for him to be #1, that is special.
Shout out to the boy Xavier Restrepo, man. Yards
that's
and
special.
catches. He beat Santana Moss. He did out Michael. I think he got one more like touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. Santana Moss and Michael Irvin, he beat them out. Two legends. He beat them out. As far as Miami Hurricanes, offensively, we the #1 offense in the country. Defensively, we couldn't stop a high school team from throwing the ball. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't understand. These DBs are ass. And ass ain't even a word. They are booty juice. And people are like, well, we're 9-0. It doesn't matter if we can't stop the pass. As long as we outscore the team, all that shit's fun and games till we go out here and play against the actual decent fucking offense. All right, now, keep on. All right, fuck around and running to Oregon, who out there slinging the ball left and right. It's gonna be a long goddamn day. Listen, somebody said Miami could win 73-72, and you motherfuckers would be happy. And I put in the comment, only if it's the national championship. Any other game, I'm pissed.
No, that's true though. If it's a national championship, who cares?
Yeah, I'll give a shit if it's 100-101, bitch. We won it.
Yeah.
There's no reason we should give up 300 passing yards to Duke. Motherfucking Duke. I don't think Duke done had 300 passing yards all fucking season. We got the sorriest of niggas looking like fucking superstars out here defensively, and it's so bad. It is so bad. It's frustrating.
Listen, one thing I told you is that even though that first half, the two DBs was number 28 and 29, I think, or 25. The two DBs, and Mike said it was funny because you could tell they second string players because they got double digit numbers. But anyway, one thing I did tell you is that even though they had a rough first half, they did pick it up there in the third quarter.
They picked it up in the third quarter. Boy, you know what it is? You got to break team spirits, bro. When you a good team, you got to break that other team spirits to kill all that.
I agree.
You got to kill all that trying shit. So they got up by 11. Right, Miami goes down there and scores. They get another pick. We go down there and score again, and we just kind of put the ass whooping on them. You know what I'm saying? And they scored 10 points in the second half. So you just got to go out there and break their spirits. But as far as Miami concerned, bruh, I don't know who the defensive coordinator is. I don't even know, nigga. I own my stepdaddy, bro. I'm about to drive down to Coral Gables, bitch. If you put these sorry ass niggas in man coverage one more time, I'm gonna lose my shit. Okay.
They definitely couldn't hold. They definitely couldn't hold the man.
Wow. And people keep talking about Miami got a number 12 ranked defense. I'm like, bro, Ball State, FAMU, and Tyrone's Tire and Care Shop don't count, nigga, because we blew them teams out. The fuck. Again, one thing we'll do, we'll stop the run. He ain't gonna run the ball on us because that defensive line is top tier, right? It was like that game against Florida don't count. Florida just hadn't realized you want to score on these niggas, just throw the ball. Florida was out here trying to run. Florida out here trying to establish the line of scrimmage. Florida fucked up. Bitch. I bet if Florida could go back and play Miami now, we throwing 52 passes this game.
No, that's true.
That's
true. Boy, that Florida Miami game seems so long ago, man. That seems so long ago.
Bruh.
So long ago.
It was a shit show. The other college sports, we have our first playoff bracket.
Let's do it. Let's see that first bracket.
Bam. I don't know how y'all can see it, but we have our first playoff bracket. Oregon number 1. Georgia number 2, Miami
number
3.
Put up that other one.
Oh yeah. So we have the first bracket with the rankings, and then the bracket with the game. Ohio State rank. So the rankings change. Oregon number 1, Ohio State number 2, Georgia number 3, Miami number 4. Texas, Penn State, Tennessee, Indiana, BYU, Notre Dame, Alabama Boise State. Boise State finally getting some love. Texas A&M, as per usual, just when you thought they could do it, they go out there and they get their ass whooped by South Carolina. Didn't nobody
Yes.
it
What an
was,
upset.
bro, what the fuck?
They
Let's talk.
called it a trap game. I don't know who Texas A&M playing next. I don't follow them too much, but they was calling that Carolina and Texas game a trap game for Texas.
Let's talk about the fact that Louisville went out here and smacked Clemson around quite a bit.
Yes, they did.
I was like, all I know is, dear AC Miami, we need an ACC championship, and I don't want to play Louisville. Okay, I'd rather play Clemson. I'd rather play SMU. Do never play Louisville again. Okay, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Niggas put up 45 on our stupid asses. Let's not do that again. They want it back in blood.
Jesus. So just by looking at this, we got this bracket out, like I said, about an hour or so ago. It was on ESPN Live.
Yeah.
So just by looking at it, because of course this is going to change, right? From now until when the college football playoffs start with the 12 team playoff. So let me ask you this, Mike. Tennessee has already played Alabama. Tennessee beat Alabama. Yeah. Tennessee beat Alabama. But let me ask this question. Just by looking at this now, seeing where the rankings are started right now, if the playoff was to start today, who was in that national championship game and who wins that national championship?
I'm realistically.
Yeah, just a realistic answer. We know what the fantasy answer is, but realistically, knowing what you know.
Hold on. Let's get to the first round first. How about this? Let's do the first round. First round.
Let's do that.
I think Ohio State beats Boise State because Boise State is literally dependent on the run. If old boy doesn't have a good game, Boise State doesn't have a good game. I think Tennessee beats Indiana. Indiana, it was cute. You did your little thing. I rock with it, but I think at the end of the day, Tennessee, right? So
I love it.
So what you did, I think Alabama beats Texas. I think Texas is like, okay, his SEC strength is a little bit too much. I think Alabama beats Texas, and then I think Notre Dame beats Penn State, because if one thing Penn State gonna do, they're gonna let you down.
They always let you down. Okay.
So quarterfinals, you have BYU versus Ohio State, Tennessee versus Oregon, Alabama versus Miami, Notre Dame versus Georgia. So let's start this. I definitely see Georgia beating Notre Dame. You can't take that stink off that NIU loss. You shouldn't have lost the NIU at all. You can't take the stink off that loss. So BYU versus Ohio State. I'm perplexed, because Ohio State has shown weaknesses. But I would say this. I'm gonna say Ohio State beats BYU, and you get them right. I say Oregon beats Tennessee, and I would say, depending on if Bama has a bad game or not, right? And they're probably looking at the tapes. Bama's, and especially with Ryan Williams, God, I do not.
Boy, that 17-year-old playing like a pro, boy.
Absolutely not. Okay. Miami versus Alabama and Ryan Williams. This is a shootout. I think Alabama at times of the season has proven to have some stagnant ass offense. So yeah, I think Miami gets just enough of a stop to edge them out, right? So what you'll have is what you see in. So what you'll have is Miami, Georgia, Oregon, Ohio State in the Final Four.
Okay.
Now, again, hoping that Kentucky, Georgia show up. With our offense,
yeah,
I would give the edge to Miami. Hoping Kentucky, Georgia shows up. And Oregon versus Ohio State, I think Ohio State is going to go out for blood this time, right? But I think Oregon would win it, right? I think Oregon's got enough to take them out. And honestly, you'll see probably the most iconic matchup: Oregon's old coach versus Oregon's new coach in the national championship. I think Miami and Oregon, and I think that unfortunately, I think Oregon is just too much offensive power even for our sorry ass DVs, and I probably have Oregon edging us out in the national championship game. To be honest with you, as much as I would want to see Miami win, but you know what? It's nice that we got there, and as long as we get an ACC championship out of this season, I take it.
Okay. Okay. I like the realistic of all of that. I like the realistic of all of that. I probably wouldn't have, honestly, this is just me. I for the first round, I'm with you. I think for the second round, I'm with you with the exception of I think Ohio State can beat Oregon.
I think Ohio State can beat Oregon too. I'm not knocking Ohio. I think that first of all, 31-32 was a damn good game. So I think Ohio State could beat Oregon. And I thought about that beat. I
Yes.
thought about that. Part of me was like, do I put Oregon and Miami in the final four for Miami to get some get back for 2002? So who would you have in the final four? So you'd have
So my final four is going to be
Oregon and Ohio
Ohio
State.
State and Oregon,
Okay.
and then it's going to be Georgia and Miami for me. So like I
Okay.
said, I think mine is the same as yours, with the exception is I think Ohio State gets to the national championship, beating Oregon in the semifinals.
Okay, so you have Ohio State in the national championship, and would you be say depending on what Georgia offense decide to show up in that game?
That's true, and then the reason I'm hesitant on Georgia, and the reason I'm hesitant on Georgia is because of the quarterback play against us.
Listen,
That's the
I,
reason
I
I'm
would I
hesitant
would
on
love this
Georgia.
motherfucker. I would love this motherfucker to throw three interceptions. I would
but
be more
but
than
Georgia is night and day for me. You know what I mean?
That's why I said
Watching the Florida Georgia game, one of the announcers made a good point. When Georgia played Texas, and they were saying how Texas was going to run all over Georgia. Georgia was the underdog. Georgia came out and showed, we still Georgia. We still them dogs. But when Georgia doesn't have anybody saying anything about them against lower ranked teams as the Florida Gators and the Kentucky Wildcats, they didn't play to their potential. So what is it to say against Georgia and Miami? What are you going to say? The thing is, what you're going to say is Cam Ward, who's potentially going to be the Heisman Award winner. I'm just throwing out, that's my pick, is Cam Ward. Cam Ward, what Georgia team am I going to get against Cam Ward?
That's true.
The Miami Hurricanes have the number one offense in the country.
But how many times have we seen the number one offense get throttled? And
That was going to be. Then that's going to be my next take on it. From what I'm talking about is that will we see that Georgia team who's absolutely dominant on defense when it's time to be absolutely dominant on defense, or will we see that Georgia team that played us, the Florida Gators, that played them Kentucky Wildcats? We see that we see that Georgia team that played us in the Wildcats. Miami's in that fight. Miami's in the national championship game for me.
I think right. I think Miami.
But
Miami are probably the best quarterback that Georgia played all season. If we do that, they'd be the best. Besides Jalen Milroe, I think Jalen Milroe played a hell of a game. I think Cam Ward will probably be the second best quarterback, and you see how he is in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be Georgia's probably biggest test. So, but I would take Miami. If Carson Beck throws more than one interception, I say Miami. Depending on the turnover battle, Miami. If Carson Beck throws two multiple interceptions, because you're giving the number one offense more opportunities to score.
Yes.
So
that's explosive. However, me and you both know, especially Mr. Cam Ward can get a little pretty with some of his pass. Yeah, look cute. Look cute.
Hopefully, by that time, baby done gave this nigga the Heisman Trophy and you ain't itching for it, so you can go out there and throw it to your fucking check down and stop playing. Stop trying to be cute with the ball and throw a Heisman pass. Nigga, just throw this motherfucker. So what you say is Miami and Ohio State in a rematch in 2022.
I like Miami. And my national championship game is Miami and Ohio State, and I'm gonna take Ohio State in that game.
I can't believe you, B. We both supposed to hate Ohio State. It's a full
I
thing.
hate. Listen. My old coach faked a medical injury to get the Ohio State. I hate Ohio State. I am with you. But if we being, bro, you know, I'm telling the truth. Urban Meyer had a heart condition all of a sudden, and then
They
3
had a
months
heart
later, he the
condition.
head.
A couple months later,
He a head coach.
this nigga coaching at
He a
Ohio
coach at
State.
Ohio State. Like, come on, dog. You just say you didn't want to coach with us no more, and Ohio State was about to give you a bag. Just say that.
Hey, Aaron Hernandez fucked that up for y'all.
For real. But no, being realistic, I will take Ohio State. If we go in upon how much I hate them, I will take Miami.
There you go.
But,
Hey, just let your hate flow through you, and just pick Miami. Just jump on the bandwagon. Let your hate flow through you, dog.
Yeah. So that's it, man. That's what it is.
You got to get the refs from the Virginia Tech game. So if Miami get the referees from the Virginia Tech game, then I'm definitely taking Miami.
For real, no, real talk. I'll take Miami all day. I even bet on it.
Hey, that parlay gonna be crazy work.
I'm telling you, crazy work, dog. We finna make a bag. I'm telling you. I'm definitely gonna bet on it.
Matt books for everybody.
That part. Yeah, that's college football, man. Anybody that's watching or will be watching in the future of this episode, y'all drop in what y'all think, man. Who y'all got to go into the national championship? Who's y'all national championship winners? Just based on this particular college football bracket, because the bracket's probably going to change within the next 3-4 weeks. So just within this particular bracket,
what other games we got? Like who played who? Hold on.
We might have to look that up. I don't think we got anything on that.
I'm about to say who played who. Look, see. I know my outline to be stupid, whatever. Because I'm about to say we still got a lot of games coming up.
That's what I'm saying. That bracket is going to change dramatically within the next 3-4 weeks, bro.
All right. Florida play Texas. Oh, Georgia plays Ole Miss.
Yes, and that's another thing. Ole Miss lose. Ole Miss can't get in the playoff. However, you don't need Ole Miss beating Georgia, and Georgia start getting a little shaky up there at number 2. You know what I'm saying? So
SEC right now for the FSC title is wide the fuck open.
Oh yeah, it's wide open. It's very wide open. I think actually LSU only got one SEC loss, so if they can keep that up,
LSU got 2.
Oh, they got 2. No, I'm saying how many SEC losses they got? I think they only got one SEC loss.
No, they got 2. Tennessee.
They got 2?
They lost to Vanderbilt. Remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Vandy loss. Okay. So they got 2 losses.
Alabama.
Who's the other team? Who's the other team at the top? Alabama. Georgia.
So it was Georgia, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Ole Miss. Let's see. Alabama has two SEC losses. LSU has 2. Alabama and LSU play this weekend, by the way.
Which I'm taking LSU in that game.
Missouri has 2 losses. Tennessee is 7-1, so they only got 1 conference loss.
Okay, so Tennessee. So it might be looking like a Tennessee-Georgia matchup. How
Georgia.
many losses Georgia? Georgia only got 1 loss in the SEC, right?
Yeah, Georgia only lost. They got the Bama. Yeah, the only loss they got is the Bama. So that's that. Week 12. What other games we got? Let's see. Week 12 will be Florida play LSU, Stanford, South Carolina. I think week 12 was right before rivalry week, so everybody got cupcake games. Penn State, Purdue, Oregon, Wisconsin. Week 13. Week 13, we have so week 13 we would have if everything tracks out, we have an undefeated Indiana playing Ohio State. We'd have Alabama and Oklahoma, Texas A&M. Louisville and Pitt would play this. Louisville and Pitt still play this season.
Pitt on their downfall for the year.
Yeah. Oh, Texas and Texas A&M played at the last game of the season this year.
Oh, okay. Okay. And the thing is, and I think this is what's going to be so cool about the playoff, the 12-team playoff. It's going to go down to that very last game. It's going to go down to that very
It's
last
gonna go
game
down
in the
past the
seed.
last game. It's gonna go to the last game of the year. Kansas State, who is a 7-2 with one conference loss, will play Iowa State, who lost their first game. Iowa State was undefeated and they lost their first game last week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we still got a good 3 weeks
We
to
got a
go.
good.
We
We
got
got
3
some
weeks
3 weeks
to go
of
to the
good
conference
games.
championship.
Oh yeah, so it's gonna go down to the absolute last game, and
I'm
the
here for
conference championships is gonna place those 4 teams in there automatically, and only God knows what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna make it so fun and so much excitement
we
with
love
this
the drama.
12-team playoff. So we love the drama. We do love the drama.
So
But
back to our NFL segment.
let's do it.
NFL, first of all, free agency. Marshawn Lattimore traded to the Commanders for a 4th-round pick.
Yes, he got traded to the Commanders.
Jonathan Mingo got traded to the Cowboys.
Yes.
Um,
Ladarius, I forgot his last name. He got traded to the Lions from
the Titans.
the Titans. Yes.
So Ladarius Sneed that was official.
No, not a Ladarius Sneed. It's the defensive end.
Oh, I was about to say. I know. After much money they just paid that name.
No, it wasn't Ladarius Sneed. The other dude is Ladarius. I gotta hold on. Now it's gonna make me go look. Let me go look.
Oh my God, get on that. ESPN app. And first of all, every single trade we talk about has been confirmed by Adam Schefter, so you know it's true.
Hey, if Shefty said it, I believe it.
If Chef said it, Chef said it, it's true.
It's true. I
Hold
don't care
on.
what nobody else said.
Darius Smith. Is that it?
Yes, him. He just got traded to the Lions from Cleveland. He just got traded from the Lions to Cleveland.
Okay.
What's some other big time trades that went down? The Packers traded for Treston Smith from Pittsburgh, giving away a 2025 pick.
Traded from the Browns to the Lions.
Marshawn Lattimore. We already mentioned Marshawn Lattimore.
Saints head coach fired.
Yes, he got fired after they went what 2-0 earlier in the season and they lost 7 straight games. Like, dude.
Hey, boy, you know you bad when you lose to the worst team in the NFL. Carolina don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Their quarterback, and yet you lost to them niggas.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta go, bro.
Going on,
hey, gotta go, bro.
Going on. Something got to be going on out there in New Orleans. But yeah, that was the big news as far as trades and something. I think today was a trade deadline, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yes, it was.
All right, so we ain't gonna be really seeing too much more here. I think teams are finalized, and with the teams being finalized, we only got one undefeated team. Is your Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey.
Somehow, some way, them boys just keep pulling out wins. Wins.
Speaking of pulling out wins, let's talk about it, B. You and my uncle both said the Bucs should have gone for 2.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Now, here's my reason. Here's my reason of why I felt like the Bucs should have went for 2.
Here for
one, you got the defending champs. Let's start right there. You got the defending champs on the ropes. At home.
Okay.
And they build it. Okay.
Trying to take it to them. Second, that defending champs right now are undefeated at 7-0. They're undefeated. Go. Okay.
Hey.
My boy
so the reason I felt like the Bucs should have went for 2, first and foremost, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose to go for 2? You just went and you tied the game. What do you have to lose to go on to 2? Let's go down here and end this winning streak of the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's be the ones. to go down here. And the thing is, I feel like Baker Mayfield is that type of player. Let's go down here and do it. Because I don't know if everybody saw when they went into overtime and the coin flip didn't go their way. Did everybody see Baker's face? He already
That
knew.
nigga said- Baker said,
bro already knew. So that makes me wonder is like, what's that conversation like? Should the head coach have that conversation with the quarterback? Just like a few years ago when Lamar Jackson had that conversation with his quarterback, with Harbaugh. Hey, you want to go for it? Ask your quarterback. Ask the players. They're the ones out there playing anyway. Because I saw the press conference. The coach was like, he a defensive minded guy. I get that. You want to put your defense out there. They had just stopped Patrick Mahomes and them driving a couple of drives before they got the ball back and drove. I get all that. But ask your leaders. Ask those guys, hey, what do you think? I can 1,000% bet you Baker would have said, let's go for it.
all right.
Now I know you ain't got Mike Evans. I know Mike Evans not out there. I know Godwin not out there, but because of that, and y'all was in the game, winning the game at one point without those guys, man, go for 2. What you got to lose, bro?
So let me give you my rebuttal. Right?
Okay.
It's one of them things. If it works, they love you. If it don't work, why the fuck you didn't take it into overtime? That's why I felt like he didn't go for 2. Right? And but you know what I'm talking about, B. You know I'm right. You know if he would have messed up the 2-point conversion, they would have been like, why you didn't take the safe route and just go into play for overtime? So I get what you're saying, B, and I have no disagreement. Sometimes you just got to grab your nuts. You know what I'm saying? Grab your balls, bro. It is what it is. This is what we doing. Line up at the line. Man on man. Mano y mano. Who wants it? Who want it? But at the same time, you already know if it works, they love you. You're a gutsy play caller. You're a risk taker. You're the man. We love you. Good shit. If it don't work, why the fuck did you do that? You stupid. You should have played for the overtime. You could have did this. You know what I'm saying? But bunch of Tuesday morning quarterbacks. You get what I'm saying? So that's
what you're saying.
That's why I feel like he didn't go for 2. Because B, I was thinking the same shit. Because I'm like this, right? Hear me out. Pouring down raining, you got to kick at least a 30-yard field goal, right? It's like, bruh, you might as well go for 2. Because I felt like the 2-point conversion would have been easier than the damn field goal at that point.
That's what I'm saying. And that's another point that I wanted to make. You go ahead and go for 2 rather than cooking that field goal. You could have easily missed that field goal at the same time. You could have easily missed that field goal at the same time going for the 1 point versus the 2. Me personally, you just got to go for 2 in that situation. My opinion that the coach take the game out of the players' hands. And you don't want to take the game out of the players' hands. They've been out there fighting all day with these guys on the field against Patrick Mahomes at the same time. You don't just want to. He fits that category of when you didn't want to give Brady back the ball with a minute and some change left. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, in my opinion, you gotta go for 2. I understand what Mike said. I really do understand what Mike said as far as if we go for 2 and we don't get it, we're hated. I get that. But if we do go for 2 and you make it, you're loved. I get that too. And I guess in a coach's head, because those are the guys that get fired first before anybody else. In the coach's head, they got to make the best decision for what they got going on. I just lost Mike, I think. But that's my synopsis on that Monday night game. I just feel like, them boys should have really went for 2. Oh, Mike back. Them boys really could have went for 2.
My computer decided like, hey, bro, plug that joint in for me right there, quick, big dog.
Nah, you good. I kept on going. Party must go on, or the show must go on.
But yeah, I agree with you. B, I don't disagree. Like I'm like this, right? Listen, you want a gutsy coach or you want a pussy coach, right? Might as well go for 2, right? Because look at the budgets. B, you in the same situation, right? Now you gotta look at it like this, right? If it was me, right? Mike, hear me out. Just went down there and scored. If you go for 2, you kick the ball off for like 5-6 seconds. No, you kick the ball off for like 30 seconds. Right? 30 seconds. But hear me out. Right? Let's say this, right? Let's say they had 3 timeouts in like 40 seconds to go, right? So you was like, yeah, because it's like, okay, if you don't go for 2, then they just kneel it. But if you kick the field, they win it. It's a tough one. Hear me out. In the course of football history, right? Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes are 2 niggas that I'm not putting the ball back in their hands. First of all, we would have kneel and made them niggas run some of them timeouts. I'm gonna need for you to run me some of these timeouts too while you're at it. You think for any moment I'm putting the ball in Thomas Patrick Brady fucking hand? This nigga got 40 seconds and 3 timeouts to kick a field goal. Hell no, I'm not putting the ball back in his hands. Patrick homeboy Holmes, Andy Reid, 40 seconds and 3 timeouts. You think I'm finna let this nigga Jack Sparrow scramble for 30 yards and put them in field goal position with a fucking zip line throw to a nobody ass receiver?
D-Hop played great. D-Hop played great last night, by the way.
He did. D.I. did his shit. Imagine getting beat on a 4th and 9 and he throws a 20-yard strike to Carson Steele. Who's like, who the fuck is Carson Steele? Don't worry about it. He was packing beer trucks a year ago, and they picked this nigga up in free agency, and he just got.
Think about this. Think about this, Mike. Think about this. With what you just said about Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, because you're absolutely correct. You're 1,000% correct. Those are the 2 dudes, and NBA, right? In NFL history, 40 seconds, 3 timeouts left. That's an eternity for those guys. With that thought in mind, wouldn't you go for 2 because you don't need that to happen? Let's put some type of pressure on them. Let's put some type of pressure because we know what they're gonna do.
It's a different feeling. It's like it's one of them things like, man, I gotta play it safe or you want to be risky. I understand what you're saying. You want to take the risky approach. Some people would have took the safe approach. It's like this, B. It's the right answer when it's right, and it's the wrong answer when it's wrong. How about that?
Oh yeah, I agree to that.
It's the right. Going for 2 was great if you would have got it. Yeah. Going for 2 stupid if you don't get it. Yeah. So either way, you got to live or die on this sword, bro. And Ty Bowles decide I'm not dying on this motherfucker tonight. We taking this job.
Understand this thought and how they could potentially be feeling right now. We didn't go for 2 to get into overtime to not even get a chance to score the ball. Think about that though, bro. Think about that. Okay, let's go. Let's not go for 2. Let's take it into overtime, and we don't get the ball to even have a chance to go down the field.
That's just the luck of the coin flip, bro. That's out of your control. It is. It's just the luck of the coin flip. Because I personally believe if the Bucks would have got the ball back, they would have went down the field and scored after they had just scored on the drive before that.
That's true. It's just the luck of the coin. And like I said, when that coin flip happened and Baker saw it, Baker just knew. He knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? He knew what it was. You standing right in front of the dude that you know this dude finna go down the field and score the football.
That's why he's that man.
Oh my God.
And we ain't got our local Patrick Mahomes hater here. I'm so mad.
And that's the thing. I really would have loved to hear Telly's take on them not going for 2. I really want to.
He would have found somebody to ref cheated.
Telly a professional hater, dog. Telly, if you start listening to this, we need to know at some point what was your feelings about that situational type of
what that man did. Huh?
Telly ain't did. I mean, Pat ain't did nothing to Telly. Telly just need to find somebody to hate on. That's only because Patrick Mahomes is right now threatening the legacy of Tom Brady. That's why Telly be happy.
Listen, Patrick Mahomes is definitely threatening the legacy of Tom Brady. We talked about this. If Patrick Mahomes gets 2 more Super Bowls and breaks Tom Brady's regular season records, I gotta give him the GOAT. I don't think Patty needs 7.
And that's me saying this as a hardcore Patriot, a hardcore Tom Brady fan. If Patrick does those things, and me and Mike talked about it, I gotta put him number 1.
Now, understand this: he has to beat him in the passing and touchdowns. He has
Oh yeah.
He got to do that.
Yeah.
That's a requirement.
Oh yeah.
Because 7
Even
Super
if he win two more Super Bowls, he got to
gotta-
break those other regular
you gotta
season
break the
records. Yeah.
But he on his way though. He on his way.
No, absolutely.
Patty got
absolutely.
another like 11 years left.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, he got a whole lot of time. He got a whole lot of time.
All right, B. With
We'll see
everything
what
going on, at this point, who's gonna be the first pick of next year? But hey, while you bullshit, the Saints and the Panthers got the same record.
And the Cowboys ain't far behind.
They like 3-6.
Who gets the first pick? I would love to say that the New Orleans Saints are turning around. I think you typically when you see a head coach firing, typically you see the team that's there now get some type of jolt of energy and want to come out and start winning all of a sudden.
All right, B.
But
I got you. Hold on. Panthers 2-7. New Orleans 2-7. New York Giants 2-7. Las Vegas Raiders 2-7.
And the Patriots in there somewhere at 2-7 or 2-6.
Hold on. Oh, you're right. New England 2-7. Oh, Cleveland 2-7. Damn, I ain't scroll up.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So who gets the number one pick?
Hold on. Okay, I got the league standings. So as of right now, oh Lord, oh Jesus! Wait a minute. Damn, Tennessee 2-6, Miami 2-6. Jesus.
See, that's a lot of teams to even sit here and think about. Some of those teams I feel like can make a turnaround and at least win a few games and not be placing because I don't see a lot of those teams actually going to tank. So I'm actually going to go with the Carolina Panthers.
Okay, so
go to Carolina Panthers.
So who they go with? Who they number one pick, B?
Who they number one pick?
Hear me out. I'm gonna tell you who the number one pick is.
Don't say Shador.
It's not. It's gonna make a big splash.
Who?
Travis
Hunter?
They're gonna pick Travis and be like, you got Bryce Young, you got 2 seasons with Travis to make this shit work.
I like that thought. I think no matter who the team is, I think Travis comes number one anyway, no matter who the team is.
Hold on. I don't agree to that.
Why not?
If New York Giants, if New York and Tennessee get the first pick, they definitely going quarterback. And Las Vegas,
no,
the Raiders,
yeah, you're right.
The Raiders,
you're right.
No way they passing up a quarterback.
You're right. If those three teams get it, but I call Carolina. And if Carolina gets it, I agree with what you said.
I think Carolina doesn't go quarterback because Carolina don't want to say they fucked up with Bryce Young, right? So they're gonna not pick a quarterback. They're gonna give Bryce a chance. They're actually gonna give him a chance. I'm sure they'll find a new coaching staff and all that type stuff, but they'll give Bryce a chance. It's the first year coach.
Man, who says the first year coach can't get fired?
You 1,000% correct.
I'm just saying. Who said first year head coach can't get fired?
Hey, Urban did it.
Urban did it. It's possible. Urban was out there hanging out with the females and stuff in Jacksonville. They're like, nah, let's go ahead and get rid of Urban right now.
Urban pulled a college basketball on their ass. One and done.
One and done. I'm telling you.
Urban had one and done.
He's the absolute worst coach in NFL history. Let me tell you.
I say the New York Giants. I say they definitely go quarterback. So,
well, we all know Daniel Jones ain't finna last in New York after this.
So hear me out. On my stepdaddy right now. Here to say it today. You hear it here first, world.
All right.
Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, both of them niggas will be in a New York Giants and a Las Vegas Raiders jersey next season. You heard it here first.
But let's remember, Dion already expressed the teams that he want them boys playing for, especially Shadora. Now I'm talking about Cam Ward, but for Shadora, he already expressed who he want them to play for.
That's cool, but what you gonna stop a team from taking these niggas?
They ain't gonna stop them from picking them, but they definitely finna force their hand. Remember Eli forced his way out of at the time San Diego.
Okay, but Shador ain't a Manning though. We already knew what that was.
But we know Eli ain't the Manning too. But Archie had a whole lot to do with that.
Right. I like Dion, but I don't think you got that much pull now. You got pull in Colorado. You got pull in the NFL. All right.
You don't think Prime got pulled in the NFL?
Not as much as Manning, Archie Manning have. All I'm saying is that the New York Giants, if Las Vegas Raiders like, bruh, we want Shador, and Dion be like, I don't want him to get Shador. Antonio Pierce might have to pull up on that nigga. Hey, bruh, what I see, Antonio Pierce might pull up on that nigga. Prime, I like Prime, but you want to see Antonio Pierce in person, bro?
Hey, I believe that Joker can fight for real, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Antonio Pierce strike me as the type of nigga that is shy from a fight. That's all I'm saying.
For real, bro. He look like he liked to fight, though. I ain't messing with him in real life.
If you tell the Raider Nation that they got a shot at getting Shador Sanders, you tell them Dion stopping them. Hey, you might start seeing Raider niggas at Colorado games. Looking at Dion like, stop playing with us, bro.
It's gonna be tough. You know, it's just the midway point in the season right now. It's still a long second half of the season.
All right, let me get this.
It's gonna be tough to even call.
Let me get this, right? Let me get this. Division leaders, right? Hold on. Division leaders. Buffalo 7-2. Pittsburgh 6-2. Houston 6-3. Kansas City 8-0. Washington 7-2. Detroit 7-1. Atlanta 6-3. Arizona 5-4. Who's for real and who's faking?
The team that I say that's faking, I'm gonna start with my team that's faking first.
Okay.
And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong when I say this.
Okay.
The Washington Commanders. And hear me out. I know it's a big one. Hear me out. And I know Jaden Daniels has been
lights out.
Phenomenal. He's been lights out. Rookie of the year. They even have him talks in the MVP. Lights out. I just feel at some point the thing that they call the rookie wall is gonna catch up. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong because the way Jaden is playing right now is showing signs of how CJ Stroud played last year. I really, really, really just hope I'm wrong. I just feel like that thing is gonna hit a hard wall, barring any injuries. I don't know what it is. Barring any injuries, I don't know what it is, but I think something's gonna happen to that team that they're not gonna expect, obviously, and it's gonna hurt them. I think they do at some point get into a playoff spot, like a wild card spot, and they get demolished by whoever's in that wild card spot. I do think that, but I think it's the Washington Commanders, who I think is for real. And Mike gonna love this one. The Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills.
Put some respect on my boy Josh Allen.
Hey, I got to. I was wrong 3 years ago when I said he was a fluke. I'm
not gonna let you let that down. He said he a one and done. He a fake.
He was a one and done.
Hey,
he was a fake.
One and done. He was a fake, and then picked him in fantasy. I like you, motherfucker.
The following year, I picked him in fantasy. First overall pick. Listen,
B knew I spent the whole season cussing him out. Seriously, so you was just talking about him, and you picked him in fantasy. I
talk trash. I talk trash about him.
Trash.
Let me tell you why I'm picking the Buffalo Bills. It's something different about that Buffalo Bill team this year.
I know exactly what it is. I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is.
So when I look at Josh Allen, which I think he is also in the running for an MVP this season. When I look at Josh Allen, he's not having the stress of getting the ball into certain receivers' hands. He can get out there, and I think that's going to be your point. That was going to be your point. So
that was gonna be my point, but not you throwing shade. Not you throwing shade.
I ain't throwing shade. I like Diggs. I like Diggs. But I felt like Josh was in a position where whenever they were in a tough situation or they needed a big play, he was under the impression that he had to get the ball to Stephon Diggs no matter what. Do we understand that I think Josh Allen hasn't thrown an interception all season?
That was my point. Josh Allen is different because he hasn't thrown any interceptions. He hasn't turned the ball over. And we already know the number one way to win games in the NFL is to win the turnover battle. And when you not turning the ball over, right, you consistently win the turnover battle. So that was my point. He's not turning the ball.
And that's why I wanted to mention that last year when he was turning over the ball, and especially in awkward times of the games, is when he was forcing balls to Gabe and he was forcing balls to Stephon Diggs. He doesn't have that pressure on him now. He's the leader in the locker room. He doesn't have that pressure on him. As long as that defense can continue to play the bend and don't break type of defense, because that's not the same defense that we've seen in the last 2-3 years where they've been absolute dominant. They've lost a lot of big defensive players. As long as that defense can continue to bend but don't break and create turnovers, because they create turnovers as well, the Buffalo Bills can be something absolutely serious. Now, people probably wonder why you didn't say the Lions or why you didn't say the Ravens. No, I can't say those teams because those teams always somehow in the playoffs choke.
Listen,
let's just be honest.
I'm not saying the Ravens because every time you put a faith into them, they fuck up. Ravens.
That's what I'm saying.
They just seem to fuck up. It's something about the Ravens. They just fuck up. I don't know why. And so are the Lions. The Lions have this bad juju on them. We just gonna do some dumb shit. We gonna do some dumb shit.
I would love for the Lions to be actually good and to go deep into the playoffs. I would love to see it. It would be great for them and their fan base. It's just somehow, some way, they always mess up. I don't know what happened last year when somebody was supposed to check in and let the referee know that there was an eligible player, and then they weren't eligible, and they actually got the conversion and didn't get it because of that penalty. I don't know what happened with that. It's like bad juju with the Lions. Something happens with them all the time. That's why I don't pick them to be serious. They might be good during the regular season. They might even get you a number one seed. Stop. Get out, Ghost. They might even get you a number one seed. However, I just don't think they're for real. I don't think a lot of people are even talking enough about the Buffalo Bills right now, bro, and what Josh Allen is doing.
Here's my surprise team, right? Here's my surprise team. All right, I'm gonna go look at the standard right quick because I just had it up, right? A team that has impressed me through and throughout the season. They've kind of been on some underdog shit, and nobody has really talked about it, right? Nobody has really talked about it. The Philadelphia Eagles have quietly surprised me this season with this addition of Saquon Barkley. Now, if you've been living under a rock for the last 24 hours, you've seen that motherfucking move he put on them niggas yesterday. Okay?
Yeah, I saw
I think Saquon Barkley is the missing piece to the Eagles' success and Jalen Hurts' success and a good Super Bowl run. I think the Eagles quietly. First of all, I think the Eagles are quietly going to be the only team to compete with the Commanders and the Lions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Eagles are quietly putting on a nice little run. And what they'll do is, I think what the Philadelphia Eagles should do is start looking into, like, you know what? Maybe we get us another running back next year. Somebody, because Saquon ain't getting no younger. But Saquon is still that dude, though. Don't get it twisted. Saquon out there running like he's trying to prove a point. And I was watching the Giants game the other day, and I was like, they're throwing a lot of passes only if they had a really good fucking running back that could balance this offense, Only if you had one. Like, damn.
Only if you had one that wanted to stay. That wanted to stay.
Only if you had one. Only if you had one that you wanted to stay. You could have Saquon Barkley, Malik Napers, and probably Cam Ward or Shador Sanders next year. Just saying.
It's crazy. It's crazy work.
That's evil work. All right, so on to the NBA.
Yeah, man. Let me get some quick things in about the NBA. Just take a look at the standings real quick. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers who's busting out with their very first. This is their very first. Not very first, but this is their best start in franchise history. And I say franchise, I mean the same franchise that was led by LeBron James. This is their best start in franchise.
That nigga say LeBron who?
Exactly. Like right now, the Cleveland Cavaliers are sitting at the top of the Eastern Conference at 8-0. Of course, you got the defending champion Boston Celtics who just look like the absolute best team in the league at this point.
And then we don't give a shit about nothing else after that, because Lord.
And after that, yeah, nobody really looks good after the first
B, we do not care.
Yeah, right now everybody else just kind of look like dirt and water right now. But at the top of the East, you do got the Cavs and the Celtics. Jumping over to the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder is actually playing extremely well. I watched a couple of their games.
Bunch of young guns out there doing their shit.
The youngest team, one of the youngest teams, if not the youngest team in the league right now, they are 7-0 with the Phoenix Suns, who looking good as well at 6-1, and then you also got who else? The Golden State Warriors, who's out there at a big 6-1 as well. And then after the Golden State Warriors, I can care less about anybody else that's on this list. One thing I will point out to this list is that the Los Angeles Lakers, who played well earlier in the season, they've not been knocked off a couple times the last couple games. Anthony Davis is playing tremendously. He's leading the league right now in points. He's healthy. I know he got he got some kind of injury the other night, but I don't think it's going to hold him out. But Anthony Davis looking like the leading front runner so far right now for the MVP. Other big news in basketball, what is it? Paul George made his debut last night with the Philadelphia 76ers. Staying with the Philadelphia 76er kick, Joel Embiid got suspended for 3 games for putting his hands on reporters. So you gotta keep your hands off of reporters. Now I did.
And now we say, keep your hands
to yourself. Yeah, keep your. However, I guess the reporter made some type of statement about his brother who passed away a few years ago. That don't give you no right to put your hands on people, but I understand where the emotion and all of that come from. But keep your hands to yourself. Honestly, me personally, I think he meant to do it to get suspended, so give him some more time and not playing. That's just me personally, but I can say that because I'm a fan of the Philadelphia 76ers. Other than that, it's not really other big news in the NBA right now. I mean, we do
have some news.
What's that?
As of right now, LeBron James Jr. has more points than all the Michael Jordan kids combined.
Oh my God. Yes, Bronny James has more points than all of Michael Jordan
combined.
Bronny James have more points than Joel Embiid. Bronny James.
He just had more points than Paul George last night.
But Paul George put up 15 last night, so we can take Paul George off of that list. There's a couple other people that might be on that list. We take Paul George off the list. But yes, Bronny James. It's Bronny James.
Let's talk about that shit show game Damian Lillard just put up. The fuck was that?
I haven't been keeping up with the Bucks. What's good? What you talking about?
Bro had like a whole game. He played like 21 minutes and had like 3 points.
Oh yeah, that was not this past game. I think it was the game before. I do remember that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Milwaukee. Milwaukee like 1-6 right now. They done lost 6 straight. I have no clue what's going on in Milwaukee. Yeah, because you did say Milwaukee.
I take it. We're We going Cavs and OKC in the
I don't know what's going on in Milwaukee, but Doc Rivers could be on the hot seat.
Hold on,
I
big
don't know.
news. I've been hearing a lot of murmurs about Giannis going to the Heat.
So I've been seeing them same rumors. So from what my understanding is that Giannis could be potentially forcing his way out of Milwaukee. I was listening to a whole bunch of podcasts today that I listened to for basketball, and of course watching some of the basketball shows on ESPN, and they talked about it. And from their understanding, Giannis may be trying to force his way out. And their thing is, why are you forcing your way out of something that you created? You wanted Damian Lillard there where you got rid of Drew Holiday. You the one that got Adrian fired and wanted Doc Rivers. You the one that wanted Mike Budenholzer to get fired. Now look at him out there in Phoenix. They 6-1. Mike Budenholzer is a great coach. He helped y'all win a championship.
I tell you what, Giannis, we got room for you over in LA. Laker town.
Well, my thing is
over there.
Anybody that's looking to pursue Giannis, just understand that something gonna have to come back in return. So just understand that. Now, if they talking about Giannis going to Miami, Milwaukee gonna ask for a lot.
Hey, you got to get them niggas everything. You got to get them niggas everybody but Jimmy.
Yeah, basically at that point, you giving everybody but Jimmy.
You got to give everybody but Jimmy.
But no, and actually, the Miami Heat would be a great fit. The Miami Heat culture is, from what I hear around, and from what the things that I listen to, Miami Heat culture is like the number one culture in the league. That culture that Eric Spoelstra, puts out there for his players is tremendous. And that fit that culture will fit a Giannis, because Giannis is technically one of those guys that fit that hard, tough type of nature of a culture. So it wouldn't be a bad move for him to go out to Miami. Although it's rumors, they're definitely rumors. We'll see what happens. Giannis has always been one of those guys that wanted to stay loyal to the city, but for the last couple of years, he has been kind of nitpicking and saying how if it's time for him to move, it's time for him to move. So
fuck that city. If I was a player, I ain't loyal to nobody. I'm loyal to the paycheck.
I'm loyal to the paycheck. That's what I'm saying too. I'm
loyal to the paycheck. Hey, you want loyalty? You better go get Calvin Johnson.
that part. That part. That brother paid for an organization that he did not have to play for his whole career.
That boy, so Calvin, dip.
For real.
Shout out to Megatron, but you don't find him like that.
Yeah. You can't find him like that. And so I feel so bad for the man for playing for one organization that he just couldn't.
Didn't that nigga go 0-16 twice with the Lions?
That's what I'm saying. Like, for him to be like one of the best wide receivers to ever play the game, he played for an organization that did nothing for him. But they just loved him. They paid him. They paid him. So, but that's all I got for basketball, man. That's all I got. That's all we got for Endgame.
Shout out to the Dodgers for winning the World Series.
Yes. Shout out to the Dodgers.
Beat the big bad Yankees. I think like 3-1, 4-1 or something.
Yeah,
like
it was 4-1. Beat the bricks off of the Yankees. I actually picked the Yankees to win that series, but I was totally wrong. So shout out to the LA Dodgers for winning the World Series.
That's it.
Other than that, man, that's the Endgame podcast, man. Me and Mike held it down today. I did see a few people pop in and watched us a little bit. We appreciate y'all for watching.
Pulling up.
At some point, we will have a season finale for the family barbecue.
This Saturday is a good Saturday. I got it this Saturday.
So we're gonna rock out a season finale for the family barbecue.
Yes, I gotta find that video again. But this season finale is woman gets divorced because she said God told her to do it.
She said God told her to do it. So we're gonna see how everybody feel about that comment.
God told.
Hopefully y'all pull up on us. God told her to do it. So we'll see how that go with that video. But other than that, man, it's the Endgame podcast. It's your boy B, the CEO.
It's your boy.
You got MJ Skywalker, the unhinged mastermind. Y'all know we always gonna gonna pull up. So that's it, man. That's it. Y'all have a great night. Great
Bless
sports podcast. And we'll see y'all next time, man. We got a lot going on with college football, so y'all may be seeing us a few more times coming forward.
You're gonna see it. Drama continues. You're gonna see us.
Absolute. So we out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Endgame. Yeah. Jumping out of the basement, best in the game, ain't no need for replacements. Beating up the block, putting holes in the pavement. Pass up the rock, the only thing we shooting J's with. Easy on the scene, family talk is the kingpin. Sports and direct, no ESPN. Being top rate, busting streams through your state. Boy, we all up for debate, but this ain't first take. Hell no. Right here, you can get it in a hurry. Listen as we drop nuggets. No Joker, no Murray for the 3 Steph Curry. Took it like a thief. My homeboy Pat classified as a chief. Jody hit us with the college. We got MLB knowledge. Boxing social with the chef. TKO before the stoppage. Playing homage to the best. Us, we proclaim Uncle Pudge and the CEO. This the end game.
I'm the one that got sick. Make that motherfucker flip. Safe bet with all your chips. I'm the one. Not 2 and not 3. That ain't me. I'm the one. One and only. Ain't no asses in my seat. I'm the one. Might check me on the one. Niggas hate me cause I won. And they hate me. I'm the one. Ain't no faking. I'm the no mistaking. I'm the one. Ain't no breaking. I'm the one. I'm the greatest. I'm the one.
Oh, I said, damn. Why should I with this?
Now I like